Visa Everywhere Initiative, India 2020, in association with CNBC TV 18.
In India, 80% of the adult population have bank accounts compared to 69% across the globe. This in turn has created a huge opportunity for the entire fintech ecosystem. And to help startups capitalize on this opportunity, we bring to you a first-of-its-kind fintech challenge in India, Visa Everywhere Initiative. Part of the Global Innovation Program, Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020 is a platform where startups aim to solve payment challenges of tomorrow and enhance their product propositions to provide visionary solutions for Visa's vast network of partners. In the first year itself, the Visa Everywhere Initiative India saw a massive 400 plus applications from 260 unique fintechs across India, making it the second highest participation after the US. And today, some of India's brightest and most promising fintech startups will be competing against each other to find lasting solutions for driving small merchant acceptance growth. But before we kick off the second leg of Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020 Grand Finale, let me get in Arvind Ronta, Head of Product, India and South Asia Visa, to understand the thought process behind today's challenge. Arvind, over to you.
Just to set the context, we have more than 60 million small businesses in India, but only over 5 million card acceptance points. And India's acceptance footprint, while it is growing, it is still quite low. It's at 620 acceptance points for every 100,000 adults in India. If you compare that to China or Brazil, China is at 2,000 and above, or Brazil is at 3,000 points and above. So clearly there's a lot of room for us to grow. Even on activation rates, our activation rates are suboptimal with just over 2 million point-of-sale terminals being active in any given month. And Visa wants to work with its ecosystem players towards what RBI has introduced, the regulator's vision to scale the current card acceptance infrastructure to grow 6 times the present level. That's a bold ambition, and we are excited to be working towards that. And over the years, we have invested in programs such as Visa Developer Platform, Visa FinTech Fast Track, Visa Ready, and now this Visa Everywhere Initiative. And through these initiatives, and along with our bank partners, we are making it super easy for fintechs to enter merchant acquiring business and expand the digital acceptance footprint for the long tail of merchants. So really excited to hear the pitches today and looking forward to it.
Thank you very much, Arvind, for that. Now I'd like to extend a warm welcome and introduce you to our esteemed jury panel for today. Sanjeev Moge, Executive Vice President and Head, Cards and Payments, Axis Bank. Ajay Kaushal, Founder Director, BillDesk. Seaton Kitney, Head of Products and Solutions, Asia Pacific, Visa. Arvind Ronta, Head of Products and Solutions, India and South Asia, Visa. And Lata Venkatesh, Executive Editor, CNBC TV 18. Dear jurors, welcome to the second leg of the Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020. A few guidelines. You will need to score each contestant based on 2 fronts, the solution and the company. On the solution front, the market opportunity, product value proposition and scalability need to be vouched, while on the company front, strength and execution capability and the founder's profile should be considered. With that, let's bring in our first finalist for today. One Wallet provides billing solutions for over 10 million vendors who supply newspapers, milk, dabbawalas, thereby reaching out to 250 million households of India. At the same time, it processes more than $100 billion of payment, and that too 90% in cash. Representing One Wallet is its CEO, Neeraj Tiwari. Neeraj, those numbers are remarkable, and congratulations for them and coming this far in the competition. The rules: you have 10 minutes to make your presentation to the jury, which will be followed by a Q&A round with the jury. All set? Your time starts now.
We are primarily a payment app which works for the household merchants. So if you see these merchants, they have a large customer base. For example, like one of our newspaper vendors, he got 14,000 households and deliver newspaper every day. So for him, it is impossible to track who has paid online, via card, via net banking. So they just stick to one mode, and that's cash. And because of which they are not able to come to online. So even lots of these days lots of payments are coming saying just send a bill online. We will send the SMS invoice with the link on it. But that is not going to build a habit of collecting online payment, and that's what we are trying to solve with One Wallet. So what this app do? these vendors, they never give bill on time. You must not have received any newspaper bill on time on the first of month. Why? Because they have to sit manually and they have to do the calculations. What was the rate of Times of India, what was the rate of Hindustan Times, and which day you were in the house or you were not got the paper. So it takes them 10 to 18 days just to make a bill, and then they come to your door to give a bill with a probability of at least 60-70% of they not getting paid. It's a very small amount, so sometimes people don't pay. People say, come tomorrow. So what we have done, we have added more than 40,000 papers in the software, and we have added their prices. So the bill generation, which was taking 18 days, now it is actually happening in 10 seconds. So the difference between us and any of the payment apps is the bill generation part. We are not a payment app where you just enter the amount. So we have taken this leg also, which is actually making it more beautiful for them, to be completely move away from paper.
Thanks, Neeraj. Jury, over to you for the questions.
I understand how you've laid out for the newspaper vendors. I'm unfamiliar with how consistent newspaper selling is in India versus, say, MCG distribution. Like, how extensible is this solution to other industries?
So see, with Paper King, we have able to solve a problem and understand the industry problem. So let it be any industry, let it be milk or let it be industry, what we're talking about. So actually, we have done the vertical integrations, and now what we are doing is that we're just replicating to different industries. So newspaper is still a stable business in India. We have more than 1 million people who distribute the papers, and there's like a huge companies. So overall, there's more than 150 million newspaper gets distributed every day in India. So still, I feel like in 5-6 years, it's going to be very stable for us. So the reason why we are going into newspaper, because we wanted to actually capture the household. That's the way for me to acquire the households, because one newspaper delivers 10,000, 20,000 households. So for me, my cost of acquiring households has become zero. Rather, I'm getting paid for it. So we selected newspaper because we want to be a household payment app eventually. So that's like a strategy we have used to reduce our cost and to reach households as quickly as we can.
2015, we bought a company called Simple, which was looking to onboard newspaper walas and news walas onto their platform.
Right.
One of the big challenges we saw there, and we actually stopped doing it after acquiring it after about a year, because to get all these guys onto the platform became a big challenge.
True.
And I think we should maybe spend some time to see how do you get them on board. And the second thing that became a bit of an issue was who pays for this service.
We are able to make money out. For example, we charge 200 rupees to 1,000 rupees per vendor per month, and they are able to pay it because we are not just a payment collection app. We are actually solving their whole billing profile and whole CRM thing. So we are actually able to make money out of it. Second, your question was to acquire these vendors. So we also face the same challenge, and that's why we move to the publishers, we move to the distributors. So if today I'm just talking to a distributor, 2 days back we started talk, they have 8,000 vendors. So all these vendors, they have to compulsorily use Paper King app. And that's all one of the first problem of getting this database and getting these vendors phone having Paper King app, because I know about Simple, there's the same issue which 2-3 more apps they had, but they're able to solve it very properly.
Thank you, Neeraj, and good luck. While the jury deliberates and scores for one wallet, let's slip into a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
Visa Everywhere Initiative, India 2020, in association with CNBC TV 18.
Welcome back. You're watching the second leg of Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020 Grand Finale, and the challenge for today is driving small merchant acceptance growth. In the first segment, we saw Neeraj Tiwari of One Wallet share some innovative ways to add small merchants to India's payment ecosystem. And now it's time for our second finalist to share his solution for this challenge. For that, let me get in Prabhuram Radhakrishnan, founder and MD, Stayswift. Stayswift is India's leading innovative fintech player. It provides end-to-end omni-channel electronic payment acceptance solutions to banks, SMEs, and enterprise merchants. It has a presence in 11 countries across Asia, the Middle East, Africa, and Europe. Prabhu, that's quite a niche that you've developed for yourself. You now have 10 minutes to sway the jurors with your compelling solutions. Your time starts now.
The distinguished juries knows the gap in SME acceptance, and I believe this is a huge opportunity for the emerging digital India. And rather than me speaking more on the gaps, I would like to highlight the hurdles in our view, the 4 key hurdles. The first is distribution, the second is adoption, the third is the education for the merchant in order to use all the options and know how best this can enable his business, and fourth is the commercial viability. And keeping all those products in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to present Stayswift Set. Set enables merchants to digitally onboard themselves and activate instantly, which solves the problem of distribution and reach. Set is available in vernacular languages to increase adoption as they can understand well with the language of the choice. To avoid product complexities, we ensured all the payment modes are accepted by our Set app. Given the fact that India evolved with multiple form factor and payment options for digital acceptance, it is really tiresome for a small merchant to sign up individually for each payment options, to know whom to contact in order if something is going wrong, and forget about the reconciliation and accounting part of it. The beauty of this app is, along with all the payment facilities, the merchant can also avail digital lending through in-app. I'm happy to share from Jan to March 2020, the pre-COVID time, we enabled merchants to avail close to 30 crore rupees of loans from our NBFC partners. Last but not the least, Set also enables merchants for in-app automated digital bookkeeping called Khata. With all these things stitched well together, I believe the product proposition for the merchant is very significant. Set is also India's first merchant-in-a-box solution provided to banks and enterprises. Merchant-in-a-box is a unified payment experience to instantly solve payment requirements of the merchant. Merchant-in-a-box enables banks to scale payment acquiring beyond conventional barriers. With a completely branded solution, with all the features of Set has been enabled to the bank and our enterprise partners. The ability for them to offer the entire payment suite to the merchants and engaging them increases super significantly with very reduced cost and time management. Currently, we are using VisaNet, which enables us to process our transactions, and we are also in advanced discussions with Visa for foreign exchange, full bin list, rapid onboarding, and CyberSource. And with the help of getting all these integrations done with Visa, we believe the solution is truly going to go global and scalable. Last but not least, allow me to present our latest innovation, Tap to Phone. We are already doing a POC in Central Europe, where Tap to Phone solution overcome all the aforesaid barriers of distribution, adoption, viability, and ease of use. Stayswift was also first to launch Tap to Phone in Central Asia with Visa support, and will soon roll out Tap to Phone in India. Without the hardware to deliver and educate the merchant on how to use it, I believe the potential of Tap to Phone is huge. The solution enables merchant to accept digital payments on the go at a very minimal cost compared to the regular POS devices. All he needs is an Android phone with NFC. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Just a quick question on standardized merchant onboarding experience. So you mentioned that there is a pretty standard experience on how you onboard new merchants. How do you ensure that, given different payment types between cards or UPI, will of course have a different risk associated with it and sometimes different onboarding time frame. So keen to hear how have you been able to solve for that?
See, we have in the back we have integrated with our switch with the banks where the MIDs has been pre-configured. Upon the merchant KYCs has been verified instantly, we have an ability to assign the MID instantly to the merchants, which means when the merchant completes his KYC, which has been verified, the ability for us to go live will become instant. And we work in backend with all the solution providers in making this happen.
Prabhu, Axis is one of the banks which is working with you. We did something with Stayswift last October before Diwali that gave us a very good response.
Yeah.
So I do want to acknowledge that. However, okay, if you are saying it's a good opportunity and we crack it open with this, that's fine. But if you are juxtaposing it in the larger Indian context, the size of the Indian market, and then saying we have only 5 million POS and this needs to go to, let's say, 10 million, 15 million. Do you believe this in itself is a good enough solution to crack open the Indian opportunity? Or it's a good standalone business model where with the speed and everything being unified, it can give you, let's say, 5 to 10% of the market? What are you looking at?
This is a solution which covers the larger audience, which enables us to address this problem for a reason. We don't qualify a merchant right at the first instance. Because the solution has every option available, the merchant is free to choose whatever option he wants to choose at the time of onboarding. And you have all the data residing with you to mature a merchant, to enable the merchant, the ticket size of the merchant is available to you, what are the payment options he is accepting, how frequent he is accepting, and the ability for you to communicate to him because you're on his phone, you're on the app. So this provides us a huge opportunity.
All right, Prabhu, thank you so much. It's time for us to slip into another commercial break while our jurors score Stayswift. So don't go anywhere.
Visa Everywhere Initiative, India 2020, in association with CNBC TV 18.
Welcome back to the second leg of the Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020 Grand Finale. Before the break, we saw unique and scalable solutions of One Wallet and Stayswift on driving small merchant acceptance growth. It's now time to invite our third and last finalist, Spiderg. The company eases the life of many small businesses, freelancers, and professionals as it automates sending recurring monthly or quarterly invoices with a payment link to a business's customers through email and SMS. Ashwini Rathod, founder and CEO of Spiderg, will take us through the solutions. Ashwini, welcome, and that's quite a lot of automation. The drill, 10 minutes of presentation, and your time starts now.
Spiderg is actually a payment collection application for micro businesses. They charge same amount of money from their customers every month, and they have large number of customers. And the problem is they end up in a collection problem. That is why Spiderg is trying to solve their collection problem. How we do that? We send monthly recurring invoices to their end customers. Like for example, consumer of these services like person like you and me. So we will receive SMS and email on a specified date every month from Spiderg on behalf of these customers. These will have links and customers can just click on that link and these three options will be shown. First of all, the invoice details are being shown and we have three options. Pay now. Pay now is regular online payment option. Pay by cash. So a customer can also indicate that he want to pay by cash and this guy gets a notification on the application and he can go and sort out his collection cycle by collecting the cash first. And raise dispute is simple ticket management solution where the end customer can click on the raise dispute and this guy gets a notification on that. Second one is we already integrated with multiple payment options. So the end consumer of the cable TV operator, the person like you and me, the end consumer of yoga classes, we don't have to download Spiderg application. Spiderg's application is only designed for micro businesses. Even if we sort collection problem, they also have a problem of disbursement and they don't know where the money is going out. Because what happens is most of these micro merchants end up using Google Pays or the Paytms of the world in their personal savings account. And they use the Google Pay and savings account to make their utility payment, make the vendor bill payment. So there's again a reconciliation that starts from a payment out point of view. So what we are trying to do is we are integrating neo banking APIs from the leading banks. Like we have till date, we have integrated with Yes Bank and ICICI Bank, where we are allowing these micro merchants to access their existing current account for payment transfer, for balance check, from fetching account statement, and to make up various kinds of a payment. We plans to launch Spiderg Crore branded cards so that once of the offline transaction, like for example, they might be swiping their cards for online transaction, they might be swiping their cards for maybe restaurants and all those things. So we can build analytics on top of that so that the entire incoming and outgoing can be tracked by us so that we can build, moving to the next slide, auto narration statement. This is the crux of Spiderg, that it will tell you where the money came from and where the money has gone.
Thank you, Ashwini. Your time is up. Churi, over to you for the questions.
I do have a question. Like, how does Spiderg make money here? What's the revenue model?
Yeah, so we make money via three means. We take 1% of the transaction charges, which is the money collected on Spiderg platform. Second one is we charge 1,000 rupees and 5,000 rupees for creation of these micro payment website on Spiderg platform. And third one is we are coming up with a subscription fees for select few customers who are generating large number of invoices on Spiderg platform.
Thank you, Ashwini. And with that, we're done with the presentations for Challenge 2, driving small merchant acceptance growth. While the jury tabulates the score, let me reveal to you the winning prize. Every challenge winner gets to take home a cash prize of 7 lakh rupees along with a trophy. One of these three winners will then be crowned the Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020 winner through a combination of audience and jury scores. The grand winner will receive an additional 28 lakh rupees along with the winner's trophy. Well, the moment we've all been waiting for is here. The jury has assigned their scores, and now it's finally time to crown the winner. And for that, let me bring in Seaton Kitney, Head of Products and Solutions, Asia Pacific Visa, to announce the winner. Over to you, Seaton.
Thank you. So at the start, my colleague Arvind explained what our business problem was here, expanding acceptance to as many Indian small businesses as we possibly can and expanding electronic payments through that. And all three finalists, they presented a compelling vision of how they would attack that problem. But the jury has decided that our winner today, because of the clarity of the solution that they provided, the clarity of their problem statement, and the scalability of their product to answer that problem of expanding acceptance, our winner today is Stayswift. So congratulations to Stayswift, and we're looking forward to seeing that solution hit the market.
Thank you, Stephen, for doing the honors, and congratulations, Prabhuram Radhakrishnan of Stayswift. What are your thoughts? How are you feeling right now?
We are very truly elated knowing this. It's a kind of recognition which helps not only me, the company, but also the overall ecosystem to understand, yes, there is a solution which has a value, which can be used. And I sincerely thank Visa, and I sincerely thank all the jury members for selecting us. And this, for the entire Stayswift team, it's a very big boost.
All right, Prabhuram, we wish you the very best, and congratulations once again. Many thanks to our esteemed jury members for helping us pick our FinTech winner for the second challenge. With that, it's a wrap on this episode of Visa Everywhere Initiative India 2020. Do tune in next week for yet another exciting episode where three FinTech startups will battle it out to present their pitch on the third challenge, that is digitally transforming the B2B payments value chain. Till then, it's goodbye from me and the entire team. Keep watching CNBC TV 18.
Visa Everywhere Initiative, India 2020, in association with CNBC TV 18.